got soul, bro. You can look in many oceans, see the reflection, but all it takes is just the minds it shakes to misplaced division. Trying to figure it out, give me a minute. If I keep my head steady and start squinting, would it be made known? The mysteries from the beginning and ending, confusion of the soul, sink the higher meanings known. But only he can make the mental bleed, connect the poem. The spirit travel into places unknown. Only a few can catch the essence of this holy song.
Shalom, this is Judah J. This video is very important. It talks about peace of mind and how important it is. Peace of mind has a frequency that comes along with it. If you guys don't understand what frequencies are connected to the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm knows what frequency you are in because everyone has a spiritual signature. Now, that spiritual signature in every individual on this earth is predicated based off of your connection with God. So when you have a connection with God, your spiritual signature or your frequency is going to be higher. It's going to operate at a higher frequency. When you do not have a connection with God, your spiritual frequency is going to operate at a lower frequency, which is going to pretty much make you a portal to where demonic spirits can come into you. Everybody always talks about they're not, the things that are going on in the world are making them very depressed, making them angry, making them sad, or just whatever emotion. Frequencies are connected to our emotions, and the spiritual realm knows that. Satan, our enemy, he knows that. So, one of the most important things a man, woman, or child on this earth can do is to make sure that in your life, whatever you do, you don't get too high or too low. Um, Make sure that you have some things in your life that you love to do, hobbies that you love to do. Make sure you're not just going to work every single day, coming home, going to work, coming home, repeating the process without anything that you love to do or like to do. Something to take your mind off of the daily grind of just being alive in this world. You have to have something that you're passionate about in this life that you do, or you will get too high or too low. If you get too low, like I said before, the spiritual realm knows what your frequency is. Your frequency gets low when you don't have anything that you're doing in your life that gives you any happiness or any joy. You're in relationships that are not beneficial or profiting you at all. In these relationships with people that you find out that might be narcissists if you're a targeted individual. People that you realize that are against you, that do not have your well-being out for you. They just want to hurt you or cause you to have something happen in your life, which is not conducive to any joy or peace. That would make your spiritual signature low. Frequencies. We've been hearing this word frequencies for a very long time now. I just say the spiritual realm, right? Because we are surrounded by spirits, either they be of God or they be of Satan. Now, there's lots of fallen angel spirits that are around us, demonic also spirits that came into this world because the Nephilim, which were from the spirits from the giants were on this earth, the men of renown, that a lot in folklore and a lot of the cartoons that we see on Disney Channel. These were the Titans. These ones were revered in the world, but they were not of God. They were created by the union between fallen angels and man. Fallen angels having sexual relations with women. When those giants died, they died by killing themselves, or they died by the flood that came from the Most High God. Their spirits did not go to a resting place. Their spirits roamed on this earth as they roam now. So that's the reason why you have people in this earth when they go against the Most High God's laws, statutes, and commandments. These spirits will enter into them. The spirits of the giants, the men of renown that did not have a resting place. So they're all over the world. They're all over the world in this heaven because this is where they were assigned, or this is where they were destined to be into their last days, to when they're judged. So we have to do something different. The God of the Bible, he says that we perish because of the lack of knowledge. If you don't know about the spiritual realm and you don't know about the power that this spiritual realm has that is all around you, you will allow yourself to become a conduit and have spirits enter into you, which will shape, manipulate your mindset, which will cause you to be either too high or too low. And once again, when you're too low, that means your frequency is low. Spirits will enter into you. Your peace of mind. Your peace of mind is extremely valuable. You must do things that will allow you to have some sort of serenity in some way, shape, or form, right? Here's one of the tips that I would say. If you're someone that is a very uh, materialistic, if you're very worldly type of person that needs things, material things, in order to gain you happiness, then you're going to have to work a whole lot in order to get that happiness. You're going to have to work, work, work in order to get the finances that you need to get the happiness that you need. And a lot of people find this happiness in going on trips, buying things, cars, clothes, just whatever it might be, thing, houses, just whatever materialistic thing that it might be. Now, if you don't have that, if you do work that job, the Bible also says that the rich man, all they do is they work, work, work. They don't know who is going to receive the money that they have worked for after they perish, but they work, 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 just and they're never able to relax. This is paraphrasing. They're never able to relax. They just work continuously all the days of their lives. They never experience any joy that's long term, anything that's going to move the needle in their lives, keeping them at a low frequency so that they get depressed. Some people get violent. Some people just completely disassociate from the world to where they don't have friends. They lock themselves in the house. They become isolatory. They work, 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 and they're getting the money. But guess what? Here's the thing that's going against your tactic or against your the plan that you have. The economy is falling, so the cost of living is rising to a point which is astronomical, to where we can't keep up with it. So regardless of how many hours you work, or if you finally got the job that makes you $100,000, guess what? You got to pay taxes because you're at a different tax bracket. If you're a single person, let's say you don't have kids, let's say you make $100,000 a year, you still got you're going to be in another tax bracket, so you're not going to get what your gross pay or your gross pay says on your check. You're going to be docked thousands and thousands of dollars to where it's going to make you feel like you've worked all this time. You work, let's say you work, I don't know what your pay schedule is, if you get paid every 2 weeks, if you get paid every month or every week. But whatever your pay is going to be, it's not going to be that gross because you're going to look at your check and say, I did all that hard work. I did all of that hard work that kept me from being able to have any peace, enjoy anything, to go out to like kind of, give something back to myself. And then I see my check and it doesn't mirror the amount of work that I put into it. So you're going to keep doing that, even though you have this highfalutin, quote unquote, $100,000 salary job. And then you look at the taxes that these monsters take out of your check, and it's not going to feel worth it. It's not going to feel worth it at all. And you're going to be stuck in a mindset of, what do I do to get any sort of joy in this life? What do I do? And so then a lot of people, what they do is they internalize this scenario. They say there's absolutely nothing that I can do. I'm going to stay in this situation because it is a job. It is good money. But then once you got your taxes taken out of your check, once you pay for your rent, which is astronomical if you live in America, even a 2 bedroom, a 1 bedroom even, and much less getting a house. If you think about the amount you're going to have to pay for all of these normal things that a man, woman should have in this world, being working people, you're not going to have anything left after paying that mortgage. You're not going to have nothing left after paying for that rent, for that studio apartment that you have, that 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, or even townhouse. You're not going to have anything left, even if you have a good paying job. A lot of you, and mostly all of you watching this channel right now, know what I'm talking about. So what I'm saying is, what do you do? And also, what happens when you're in that mindset where it seems like there's nowhere to turn? Nothing you're doing is elevating you or causing you to feel like there's any sort of joy or peace or just acknowledgement of the hard work that you put into your life. What do you do? What you do is recognize what it is that is going on inside of your soul. Because if you don't, guess what's going to happen? Your body breaks down because your body is a computer. Your body is a computer, and I tell you this, the truth. The word of the Most High God is the code when spoken. that rejuvenates the body because it's a frequency. The word of the Most High God is the frequency and the medicine that rejuvenates the body. Now, why do I say that? Because Christ said on the earth, when he was on the earth, he says that my Father has given me food that you know nothing of. What is that food that the Most High God gave? That the Father, the Christ, the Father gave his Son. He gave his Son faith. Faith is the thing that activates, is the biggest thing that activates the power of the Most High God. When we have faith in the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and when we speak his word, we're sending a frequency out into the spiritual realm that is giving us protection. And it's also the frequency is filtrating and flowing through our very temples, which is causing us to be healed, causing us to have peace. I have peace that comes from my Father. He says, he who keeps his eyes on me shall stay in perfect peace. How do we keep our eyes stayed on the Most High God? How? By speaking his words into our life, by meditating on his words, speaking it. Guess why that is the truth? Because the Most High God created us in his image. And when he made the world, he made it with his word. And we have the power through our word to change our existence, to change our very destiny. We have the power as human beings on this earth, those that are born from the seed of man, which a lot of people aren't. But what I'm telling you is this: we have the power to speak his words into existence, and it flows throughout our temple. That frequency will flow throughout our temple, and it sends a signal into the spiritual realm that says the most high power is with this individual. So then people will see you. And this is when people say, I don't understand how you're this age and you look that way. Or you went through this thing. We know what you went through. You had this loss or you had this problem, but you still seem like you have joy. Like you still seem like you're above water, like you can still manage. Why? When a lot of people that went through this very same thing is taking themselves out. A lot of people are not able to handle the trials and the struggles and all of the stuff that this world brings to them. Why are you able to? Because you speak them, you know that you have the cheat code. I have the cheat code. The cheat code is living a right life before the Most High Yah. The cheat code is praising his name regardless of what you go through. And every one of us will be challenged to see if that's who you are. If I say this, everyone, and you say this is what happens. You're going to be challenged in your life. There's going to be hardships and all kind of stuff that comes to your life if you say that you trust in the Most High power. Because this is an omission that you are giving, letting go, letting down your guards and saying, God, only you can help me. Only you have the power and the ability and the strength to help something, to help me and what I'm going to get through this. What the Most High God does then is he sees that as an omission of true trust, true faith in him. He's a jealous God, wants our time, wants us to be in his presence. When we show him that we're in his presence, guess what? He starts to come back towards us and blanket us with the power to overcome hardships. Even in the midst of all kind of struggle and trials, we can make it through. We feel peace, even in the midst of whatever. You're not making enough out of your job? Oh, the Most High God gives you a way out. He gives you that peace, that faith in him to know, oh, it ain't working out right now, but I'm going to keep my trust in him. And then all of a sudden, guess what happens? That job comes along. Somebody gives you that money that you never knew that you needed, that you didn't know where you're going to get it from. He opens up doors because you've spoken, you've put that frequency out into the spiritual realm. That frequency, which is his word, which is also that faith. That faith, when you believe in what you say, you believe that his word is actually going to move the mountain. He says, faith, if you have faith as a mustard seed, you shall move a mountain. I never knew what that meant. That means that it's seed time and harvest. That means that you have to put your faith in him, speak his word, do it continuously, seeing nothing like Abraham walking and not knowing where he's going. And then all of a sudden, because you obeyed him, he sees it. And in the time that it takes for you to get what you need, he's cultivating. That's why a lot of the time the Most High God doesn't give us what we want right away, because he has to cultivate stuff in you. He has to cultivate he has to give you strength to trust in him when you don't see nothing. That builds your character, that builds your faith, that makes you closer to him, That gives you that connection with him that you always wanted. That also gives you that power that he's going to need you to have to fight in this world against the demonic forces that are coming against this world. You got to be strong to be a child of the Most High Yah. You got to be strong. You got to go through. He loves when we suffer. He's right there with us. When we suffer, his mercy. It's like he looks at us when we suffer and share in his suffering. He's like we belong to him because he suffered. Christ suffered. He could have had everything completely solved and fixed when he was on this earth, Christ. But he had to suffer. That's the way he wanted it. He wanted us to see him as being like us. I'm going to come here to this world, this evil world, where the enemy is here, where my kingdom's not here yet. My kingdom's not here yet. Christ came and he's like, I'm going to suffer for and show them this is the way. This is the roadmap. Put your trust in me. You're going to suffer because you live in this world. But when you keep your eyes on him, he says, he who keeps his eyes on me shall stay in perfect peace. I will never leave you nor forsake you. I shall preserve you from all evil forevermore and bring you safely into my heavenly kingdom. Now, in that time when you're speaking these things, you have to be cultivated. You're being cultivated in your very spirit, your very soul. Your mind is starting to get attached to the Most High God. It's like you're starting to get these connections inside of you, in your mind, in your soul, that's linking you to him, because you don't see nothing. You're still going through all the horrible hardships that you've been going through, but you don't give up. You still serve him. You still are praying for people. You're still praying for yourself. You're still praying. You're still keeping faith in him out of nowhere. So, to end this video, blessings to everyone that is here. Holy and wonderful is the Most High Yah. You love Yah. Repent, pray, fast, praise. Yes, most definitely. When we fast, we are showing the Most High Yah we're at a weakness. When we fast in our temples, we're at a weakness. It says that Christ, he fasted for 40 days and 40 nights. He fasted, right? And what happened was that made him weak in his temple, but he had spiritual food that they did not know of, right? He fasted, but he had spiritual food that they did not know of. He fasted to prepare himself for the battle that was ahead. That's why we fast. We fast to prepare ourselves for the battle that's ahead in the spiritual realm with Satan and all of his demonic entities and these people that are all around us that don't know Christ, that are basically that are conduits for demonic spirits to go in and out of them and torment you. If you don't know Christ, these spirits see you in the spiritual realm when you're walking around and you say that you know Christ. These spirits in these people in the world, right? They know who you are by your spiritual stamp, by the frequency that I've been telling you about, that is prevalent in the spiritual realm. Frequency is basically the spiritual realm, spiritual things, right? Spiritual forces, spiritual anomalies, the spirit. When these people see you and they know you have a connection with Christ, then the power of Christ is now going to be able to change your environment based off you speaking that word, which is a frequency that goes out into the spiritual realm and tells that demonic spirit it can't do that. It can't do this. It can't do this. Get down. Get away. I bind you in Yahushua and Mashiach's name. I cast you down to the abyss. Leave. And it has to leave. Now, how does it leave? It's activated by faith. Faith that comes from you and me. You can't just speak the word and then think, oh, because he says in his word, if you don't believe in me, if you don't believe in the things that I'm saying, if you don't believe in me, don't expect anything from me. Who knows who that was? Don't expect anything from me if you don't believe in me. So when we believe, the faith activates the word spoken, frequency goes out into the spiritual realm, and you get what you asked for. But now it's seed time and harvest. People don't know about the seed time and harvest principle. You have to keep believing. As you keep believing, guess what happens guess what's happening in you? You're being cultivated. Your spirit, your faith, everything is being cultivated. You're becoming perfect before the Most High God. He's perfecting you. When we learn this lesson of seed time and harvest, continuing to pray, being lowly. Now, what does this do? This funnels out into the spiritual realm. Humility. You become a humble person, like Christ. Because you don't see nothing happening in your life. You don't see nothing that's working in your life, but you keep speaking his word. You keep trusting and looking around and waiting for things that he promised to happen. Now, nothing, you see nothing, and then out of nowhere, as that process is happening, you're becoming more humble because you still have to stay humble as this situation is going on. Now you're getting cultivated. You become more loving, more caring, more humble, looking for God through faith to see what he's going to do. And then guess what? When it happens, guess what? When it happens, you have risen to another level in the spirit, in faith, in the relationship with Christ. And then he starts to give you more responsibility because this life is not just some sort of Disneyland. It's not for us to just, we're just going to go kick it in our bodies and go to this place and this island and this island. All our lives are is just to have fun and be in. No, you got to go through and struggle because this is the time of struggle. That's what people don't understand. Yes, get your frequency or get your spiritual signature to mess with the spiritual signature that the Most High God has placed in you. He says, I given you peace that passes understanding. I've given you food that these people, paraphrasing, I've given you food that no one can see, that comes from the Father, manna from heaven, spiritual food that is able to sustain us, to let us continue in the midst of everything that happens. Donald Trump, the all the things, initiatives he is doing, right? All the food prices going up, all the gas prices going up, all of the don't trust this person seems weird, this generation's crazy. I don't feel safe around these people. When you have the Most High God with you and you're praising him and reading his word and obeying his commandments and you're walking in his ways, oh my, you got a power that you can't even fathom. It's working in your life. Shalom. Shalom. Kabah 777. Shalom, Laura Parks, ABABO, positive or negative RH factor for a reason. Yeah, that RH negative gene, that's that Neanderthal gene. Laura Parks, that's that Neanderthal gene. So that's that union between the fallen angels and man. And that's why you see those skulls, those big skulls that have been buried, multiple places all around the world. These Neanderthals, they had a mixture between fallen angel seed and man. The giants, basically. The giants had children even with the women back in these days. And there are some of those that have Rh negative blood. The Goths, I know you guys have heard of that. Goths are connected to that Neanderthal seed. Those that they say, and I'm not saying this just verbatim, that have the red hair, that come from that Goth, Bath type of Goth, I think it is, background. They have that Rh negative seed. And the Rh negative seed says that if you're a woman and you have a child with somebody that does not have that Rh negative, that child can die because something in the DNA destroys the actual child if you have the Rh negative bloodline. So it's very, if you do have a child with if you have Rh negative blood as a woman, and you have a child with somebody else, I think that has even a different blood type or the same, I'm not sure. But if you have, like, it's a possibility that the child will die. People that have that Rh negative bloodline are very unique people that are not, that a lot of people are saying they have this connection with Neanderthals. So you can take that as you will. I'm not going to make that the crux of this video. Blessings to you, Laura Parks. If you guys please push the like, share, and subscribe button. Guys, whenever you come to my lives, make sure you push the thumbs up button. Make sure you push the bell button and push all so that you will be able to know anytime that I make a video. Notification. Also, so subscribe to the channel. And also, if you guys would like to donate to this channel, it'd be a blessing. It is Cash App. I'll put this up here, right? You can see it scrolling on the bottom. Is Cash App, Judah J Talks. Judah J Talks 144 $ Judah J Talks 144. Let me put this up here just so you guys see it, because that stuff always helps. $. 1 second, guys. The Most High God says if you give with a, he likes a cheerful giver. If that is something that you would like to do to support the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Whenever I get any finances through this thing, I have two jobs to tell you the truth. I work two jobs right now. But whenever I get any finances through this thing, I put it for gas so I can work my other job, and that's basically what I use it for. So right now, if you look in the comment section, you will see where it says Judah J Talks. One Talks 144. Anyways, yes, if you like to donate to the channel, please donate to the channel. Also, let me see. Yah, you love Yah. Hallelujah. Yes, blessings to the Most High Yah all the time. Let me see who else is in here that I did not. Okay, so yes, um, make sure in your life, like right now, I'm at a place that is very a beautiful type of environment right now. It's at a park. It has a place where you can walk around the track, and it's sunny right now because where I live, it's hardly ever sunny here. I don't know if they're messing with the weather. Regardless, it's all in the control of the Most High Yah. So even if these people have instruments and weapons that allow them to change how our weather is, to where it's always foggy, where it's always raining, where it's always just whatever. Because I look outside my window most days and it's cloudy, gloomy, raining out of nowhere. But we finally got a nice day to where it's very beautiful over here, and I'm driving, and I'm doing my second job. While I wait for orders, I'm able to go to a park and just kind of relax. And I told myself, I'm like, should I just go to this next order? Should I accept this next order, or should I just kind of just chill out and relax? And I said, I'm going to chill out and relax because I need that. Because in my life, what I do is go to work, come home, go to work, come home. And then I get worn out to where, oh, I don't want to go to work. I'm serious. It's like, oh, I don't want to go to work because I'm just worn out. And a lot of us are worn out by by the lifestyle that we have allowed ourselves to have. And a lot of the time, if you think about it, it's our fault. Because if you don't have kids, now let's say if you have kids, you got responsibilities, most definitely. You have to work as much as you can to make sure they got food to eat, they got a roof over their heads, and we got to all have a roof over our head, most definitely, and food to eat. But if you're somebody that does not have those responsibilities, right? Then now it's based off of, are you a person that is all about money and what you can get, materialistic things? Now, if you are, I'm telling you right now, you're going to sacrifice your well-being. You're going to sacrifice your health. You're going to sacrifice things that the Most High God has told you you need to have in order to make it in this world. You have to have a heart and a mind that is not cold. What does that mean? The Most High God says in the last days, people shall grow cold. Now I'm thinking to myself, how does that happen? People grow cold when they feel like there's no hope. When they look around their environment or their circumstance and there's no way out, it seems like there's no joy anywhere. This didn't work out for you. That didn't work out for you. That person is against you, or you think they are. Your job's not fulfilling. You're working with people that you don't like, or you feel like are doing things against you for whatever reason. You could be wrong. You could be right. But the main thing is you have no joy. You have no peace. So then I say, okay, what do we do in order to change the circumstance or the living type of the living or situation that we're in? You have to be honest with yourself. You have to say this. Am I a selfish person? Do all I want are the things in this world? Or do I want to live? Do I want to have peace? Do I want to have some sort of serenity? When I wake up, do I want to feel like I have something to do all the time? Where if I don't do this, my whole life is not going to be worth nothing. I'm going to just be, no, you have to say, stop. I'm going to actually take that trip. I'm going to have to suffer by not having the money to buy this thing or that thing or this thing. I'm not talking about not paying your rent or having food. I'm not talking about that. But I can't buy those clothes. I cannot buy those shoes. I can't buy that thing I want for my car. You know where I'm going with this. You have to say, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take care of me. Because if you don't take care of you, nobody else is. You're going to be somebody that people look at like, what's wrong with you? You live in a world where your decisions is what's going to give you life, or it's going to make you perish. You're not in a world where most people care nothing about you. Most people, like when you're an adult, you find that out very quickly. You probably came from a two-family household or one family household, but regardless, You had people that cared about you. You had people that were going to look out for you. That when you fell behind, they're going to lift you up. When you become an adult, newsflash, there's not many people out there like that to help you. People in this world are for themselves. They only care about themselves and their well-being and the well-beings of those that they love. So when you're out there in the world, you are going to have to make decisions that's going to keep you afloat. The best decision you could ever make is to have that relationship with the Most High Yah, because He is that one that is going to give you that power, give you that hope. That's going to give you that, not just hope in nothing. He is the one that removes mountains in the spiritual realm. He is the one that will give you that peace inside of your mind and your heart, right? That should not be there naturally. Your circumstances, a lot of time, people's circumstances are so rough, so difficult. This thing happened, that thing happened. That person said something to you that rubbed you the wrong way. That job didn't work out. You didn't get that opportunity. Your car broke down. Your house is having problems. All these things. And you're like, I don't have the money for this. I don't got nobody to talk to. I don't have a relationship. I don't have a wife or you like a woman. They don't have no husband. You don't got nobody to talk to. And what are you going to do? That relationship with Christ is that thing. I'm trying to tell you, that thing that gives you peace in the midst of all of the stuff. You got to cultivate it. You got to trust in Him. And then when you show Him in the midst of all of your struggle and all of your hardship, that you will stay with Him and trust in Him, then He starts to blanket you peace that passes understanding. I'm not saying blanket you with money and gifts and all this. I'm talking about He blankets you with that peace inside, that joy that will not go away, because His word, that frequency is flowing through you. When you speak it and you believe it, it's activated. The enemy knows it. So now there's things the enemy wants to do to you, he can't do, which is the main thing, is take your peace away, get you so low to where your frequency is so low to where now you may want to do something to yourself or somebody else, and you become a conduit. A conduit is something that is basically open to where any spirits can come into you. And now you'll start to operate in the spirits that are in opposition to the Most High Yah. This is Judah J. There are blessings to everyone that came to the channel. Once again, please push the thumbs up. This is a live. Please turn your bell notifications on. Whenever I make a video, you'll be able to see it. You have to push all for bell notifications. Push the thumbs up, a like, share, subscribe, push subscribe. And also, if you like to donate to the channel, I've already put my Cash App up there. This helps me with my job. Whenever you guys come to my channel and you hear me say Cash App, I have two jobs. Right? So this helps me with gas to get to my jobs. So, if you love to bless the channel, you can go to Cash App and you can go to $ Judah J Talks 144. All right. Well, until next time, you guys, blessings to everybody here. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you are blessed and that you find your relationships. Anybody who doesn't know Christ, cry out to Him, ask Him into your life. He's the real deal. He's the one that's coming back. He's the one that's bringing judgment to the enemies of the Most High Yah. And He is your Savior, and He loves you. So anyways, blessings to you. Until next time, you guys, turn your bell notifications. I'll be making another video, y'all willing, tomorrow. Shalom.
You can't feel my love. You can't feel my.
That's the magnetic essence, the twist of Freud. Toys the big boys, the expensive fruits, the agendas, the crush the will of the truth. And to go the misplaced, the depths was red, the dead spun like threads. Against kids in the Gen X meds, fight for the mental, lead points the backs and slow down and make foul the brainwaves of Zion. Only dying but Orion got the deity thoughts, the new age hopes, blotted and wrapped. Token and hijack message that led you to get casted and locked and trapped in a pack of cognizant dissonant traps. But we pack strength in backpacks with holes, so the foe can't go up the road and get stuck in the stagnant motion. No emotion, lost in the sauce, and trying to pay no cost to rise above the flaws. This is a sad story paid for and sold like the oldest trick you could ever know. Figure it, but still, the drip of bad dreams and frequencies and misdirected by deities, dispelled chains without an ounce of love. The blood of sacrifice is the price he paid to protect us from the well thought out rage that's pain to trap us in the maze. But you ain't getting phased by that, is you? You ain't getting phased by that, is ya?